Mike Hughes with Dive News Network here, and I'm here with Brian at the Dive Alert Network. And Brian, you want to tell me a little bit about what the products we have now that are new this year?
One of the things that Divers Alert Network this year is doing is we're now going with your Dive Safety Association direction. What we want to do is go out and help the divers prepare smarter, travel smarter, and dive safer. So one of the things we did this year is we went out and sourced a bunch of new products that will allow us help get that way. One of the first products that we came out with was the rope in the bag.
Okay.
Now, this product's been around for a while, but it's been mostly used in the kayak and the canoeing industry. But as a DAN instructor, I also am a PADI instructor, and I teach rescue courses. And I used to makeshift all my old throw ropes and rescue rings. So I figured, why not just go out and buy something that was already made for that specific thing and bring it in from another industry. And the reaction to the product this year has been really good. We've had a lot of people coming in and going, you know, I never thought of that. This is great. We'll take one. It works really well.
It's basically the rope in a bag.
It's a basic rope.
How much rope length are we talking?
The smaller one that we have is a 55-foot rope.
Okay.
And again, it's just easily, you just disconnect the snap, undo the ling, grab the rope, and you toss it. And it will go over the top of the individual as it comes out. They grab it, and you're able to pull it back in.
Makes sense.
And this is a nice size for teaching, and it's a nice size for people to just throw in their dive bag.
And emergency's not too far away from the boat.
And the emergency's not too far away from the boat. Now the bigger one, which is a medium size, again works on the same principle, but this one's a 70-footer. Now, the more rope in it, the heavier it is, the farther you can toss it, usually with inertia, because as the rope is extended, it gets lighter and lighter. So the idea is to throw it over the head of the individual so that it comes down either on them or behind them, and they can grab it, and then you can pull them in.
So since it's the same system every time, you can, within a couple of times of practicing, you can get really good at pinpointing where you're dropping the rope, which is a plus.
And people like to have fun with it. I mean, how many people like to throw it out and try to toss someone in? So it's great practice.
Well, rope in a bag has always been a favorite game.
Exactly. And you can throw the rope right back in, and it goes in, it never gets tangled. So it's a good product. The second thing we did was Dan has sold tens of thousands of surface signaling kits over the years.
Right.
We never sold a reel.
Really?
Seriously. So this year we came out with a reel. We went to one of the leaders in reel manufacturers, and they actually branded it for us.
Okay.
So now we have a bundle where you can just buy the surface signaling kit. We can also now supply the reel to go along with it.
Okay.
So again, one-stop shop. The next product we have is called the CO Pro. Now the CO Pro is a kit that has a balloon in it with a pill. And what you do is you put the pill in the balloon, you connect it to the the air nozzle on your tank, crank it open, blow up the balloon till it's about 3 or 4 inches around, hold the top and shake it. And then depending on what color the pill is, it will determine whether you have carbon monoxide in there. The darker it is, the worse it is, and then you'll know whether you're diving with a clean or a safe tank or not.
Oh, okay. Just a quick check.
Yeah, and the pill can be used 3 or 4 times depending on if you constantly have a clean tank, then the pill can be used. But once you start noticing discoloration, then it's time to get the tank checked, and then you could go into your next pack. And that's
what a pill.
What a pill. That's why we throw it in a 5-pack. The last thing we had for the O2 side of it is we came out with an O2 assembly slate.
Okay.
Now again, Dan sells hundreds of O2 kits, and we build the kits ourselves.
Right.
Most manufacturers will throw in an assembly process. Well, we teach the O2 program so that providers who use those kits have at least had some training, but that doesn't always happen. So we came up with this easy assembly slate, shows everything that's on the slate, where everything goes, and then how to put it together. And we've started shipping these now with all the O2 kits.
So everybody's doing it the same way.
Everyone's doing it the same way. And there's no fear on doing the wrong way or putting together incorrectly.
Okay.
One of the last things we had with O2 kits is these are annual kits where we've done some traveling. We go out, we find O2 in the boat, and I usually check them and say, okay, can I have a look at your O2 kit? Because if we're diving with you, I want to make sure that the tank is clean, tank is open.
Right.
And we crack them open and we find that the mask is out of its package, the rebreather mask is gone, they may be using an O2 washer for the seal, it's more than 2 or 3 years old, there's no gloves. So what we did was we put together a very inexpensive kit that has replacements.
Okay.
So you have 2 washers, another set of gloves, a Dan sticker for the tank, and a brand new rebreather mask in the bag.
Keep it all updated.
Keep it all. And you should replace these on a yearly basis anyway, because you want to make sure that everything is crisp. The other two...
Like your dive partner.
Like your dive partner. The other thing we have is for a soft backpack, every couple of years. Now we also are replacing the pocket mask. We're including a new slate because sometimes they get a little oily or they get yellowed. Now, and the Pelican case version,
right? I used to have with that.
If you got the larger cases, we're finding in some of the Caribbean locations, the O-ring to the Pelican cases are wearing and actually allowing leakage.
Oh, okay.
So now you can buy either a 1600 Pelican case or a 1450 Pelican case and replace the entire O-ring. And we usually recommend this every 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
So those are the new products this year that Dan has come out with for dive safety.
Cool. Well, Brian, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.